Hey guys, welcome to today's video, and it's been a very long time since I've uploaded to this channel, and there has been a lot that's gone on in terms of my marketing journey, in terms of my entrepreneurial journey from when I first originally started back in HU to where I am now, and especially everywhere in between. So in today's video, I'm gonna go over the top 3 things that I've learned during my marketing journey and just my entrepreneurial journey to help you guys really make sure that you know those stepping stones, right? The playbook has already been written by so many different people. And I remember when I first started out, I was just inundated with so much information. I had no idea what to do next. I thought I just had to, launch 3 email sequence outreach. I thought I had to just spam effortlessly a bunch of businesses that really didn't care about the services that I was providing. And then along the journey, I just said, fuck it, I'm going to do it myself. I'm going to put my money where my mouth is, and I'm going to launch my own businesses. And so I launched a Bible business, I launched a dating business, and then finally I launched a business that I'm in that's in a redacted niche. And it's doing very good. In the last quarter, we did over $100,000 in net profit. And actually, in the first 11 months of its life, it did over $260,000. And I will put up probably really badly edited screenshots right here in this video. But what I mainly want to do today is kind of give you the top 3 things that I've learned during my marketing journey, and just let you know that I will be regularly posting content about marketing strategies, business strategies that I'm implementing, and stuff that's going to help you get clients as well, or just take your business to the next level. Now, I like the way that I'm going to be approaching this because I'm just going to give it to you raw. Sometimes I'm going to be throwing up slideshows. Sometimes I'm just going to be talking to the camera like this. And I'm going to give you everything that I've personally been doing for clients, or mainly for myself, because I'm spending thousands and thousands of dollars on Facebook, Google ads, YouTube ads, and I want to make sure that I give you the proper information. There's a lot of stuff out there that it leaves a lot of ambiguity. It leaves a lot of gray space to where you kind of don't know what's really going on. And I want to kind of cut that bullshit because, it's cool leaving things like open and whatnot, but I'm just going to be documenting what I've been going through and what I've been using to help people and help myself mainly, and just kind of show you the stepping stones from beginner to pretty much intermediate and above along the way, and where I've learned this stuff, who I've learned it from, and go from there. So in today's video, we're going to go over those top 3 things. So if you can, please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell for further videos and further updates. Let's get started. So I kind of want to take a little second to kind of reflect, because I think too many people, especially in today's day and age, especially with everyone just like focusing on like the business opportunity aspect of marketing and copywriting specifically, it's really transformed from what the old OGs like John Carlton, Dan Kennedy, Gary Halbert, even, and his name is blanking on me, even the guy that wrote Breakthrough Advertising, Gene Schwartz, I think is his name. But it went from learning a skill and growing that skill, which is going to eventually bring you money, right? There's a reason why we had apprentice, journeyman, and we have masters in a skill throughout thousands and thousands of years. It went from that to people being like, oh, let's make 10K a month. Let's go as fast as we can and just make as much money. But they also leave a lot of destruction in the wake of things, right? They also fuck over a lot of business. I gotta bleep that out. They also F over a bunch of business owners, and they really ruin the marketplace for pretty much anybody and everybody. And it becomes more of a very skeptical thing that businesses take a step back when you're trying to outreach to them and ask them if they need help with their services. Now, the crazy part is I've excelled extremely fast for being in this game for only about 3 years. I started back when I was in the military, and I was trying to figure out, how to do business online. I first read Rich Dad Poor Dad, and, working with my dad in construction since I was 13, I knew that, especially being in the military, I knew that I didn't want to, work for someone else for the rest of my life, that I can take a step back and bet on myself and build up my skills and create the income that will provide for my young family. So the past 3 years have been quite a wild ride, because if you would have told me even just a year ago that I would have the business that I do now, and if you would have told me a year and a half ago when, I went through a pretty bad publishing deal and the gentleman literally deleted the hours and hours of hard work that I did building the funnel that is bringing me hundreds of thousands of dollars, I would have told you that you're dumb. Now I would have looked at you crazy. No way. I hit the jackpot. And now I don't even look at it as a jackpot. I'm starting to realize that a lot of things that people look at nowadays are actually holding them back. Like, calling your business an offer or launching an offer is really limiting in mindset. So in the past 3 years, I've learned a lot, and I've blown past a lot of people that I first started out this journey with. I've gained clients, I've lost clients, I've gained friends and different mentors. I've seen the good side of marketing. I've seen the dark, needy, greedy side of marketing too from people. I've fallen victim to certain things myself, to where, I did a little bit of shady stuff in marketing that wasn't real marketing. Like, for instance, this is very gray area, but like, a pre-check bump. You'll see people like Manscaped do it, where it's like they put them onto a subscription continuity. You'll see other businesses do it, but that also puts you in a lot of like legal realm issues that I don't even think it's real marketing. So I decided to opt out and pause that business and pivot to another one. But I would have to say that I've loved every second of it. And if you decided to get in this journey and be a business owner, or actually really be an entrepreneur, there's a difference between being a business owner. Some people trade in their 9-to-5s and get stuck with a business that doesn't serve them and actually takes away from them. And it's just like replacing their 9-to-5, and they work for their business instead of their business work for them. Like, for instance, I've been sick pretty badly for the past 7 days, and my business is pretty ran automatically, minus a couple content pieces here and there that I could put out, but all I have to do is batch that work or hire someone to do that, right? But right now, no one writes like how I need them to write, and I just make sure that is batched ahead of time. But on the day that I was supposed to batch the work, I got sick. So there are these little things that you can do, and that I've learned really in this game, that you need to set up your business, right? And every second of it, I've really realized that the more that you can work towards yourself, the more, whether you're a freelancer, you are a current business owner, you are a current offer owner, you are someone that is in the marketing game, every hour, every minute, every second that you could put and invest into your piggy bank, into yourself, that's going to help increase you incrementally, exponentially, right? It's like this. You are looking at a stock, or you can look at it at Bitcoin. You are your own Bitcoin. Every dollar that you put in, you're going to get dividends, and it's going to compound in interest in return, right? So on those tough days, on those days that you're not getting, responses from your clients, on those days that you're not getting responses from your outreach, on those days where your business isn't bringing enough high-ticket clients, it's not selling enough on the front end, people are dropping off of your recurring, well, it's okay. These are just peaks and valleys, right? And success is ever rarely a straight line. It's a bunch of ups and downs in between. But as long as the general trend is going up, that's good. In my business right now, it's interesting because, we'll have a peak month of 40K, 60K, and then another month right after of 20, maybe 30. And sometimes the emotions will get to me, and I'm like, oh man, and I'll try to, I'll sustain myself from panicking, because it's going to pass. This too shall pass. As long as I keep showing up every single day and I put into myself and into my business, I know that the interest that I accrue is going to be bigger and better on the opposite side. Okay. Now, you know, like, and this really, it's funny because sometimes I don't even sleep as much as I should, and sleep is very important. But I was in the military. I had my sleep fucked with in the military, working midnight shift, which was, I was literally coming in at 6 p.m. I would leave at 6 a.m. I would drive and commute 45 minutes. The sun would be hitting me in my eyes. And I don't know about you, but if I pull an all-nighter and the sun hits me in my eyes, I'm up. It doesn't matter what happens, right? And, because of that, I have a reference of what no freedom looks like for, in the name of serving a higher purpose. And this beats that any day. Okay. So now I have a company that was growing past $260,000 last year, and it is expected to double this year. Really, I want it to triple. And it's kind of crazy because there are some things that I really want to share with you that I've learned from it. So again, my channel, my name is Antonio. I'm an entrepreneur who is absolutely in love with marketing and copywriting. I've gone from pure freelancing to conducting multiple successful launches, from biz op to dating to relationships to fitness. And I want to really give you a welcome to my channel, because if you look at like an old video I put, I'm like in a suit, like I'm in like a different background. And it's kind of funny to see how long and how far that you can come. And, I want to really share with you what I've been doing along my whole journey and what I've done to scale and grow my own companies, and how I've helped other clients do the same, while teaching you some fun marketing psychology along the way that I'm learning, that I'm testing, that I'm using, right? So let's get in today's video. So first things first, right, is people are going to talk a lot of smack on copywriting. They'll tell you it's the next best thing. This is your key ticket to freedom. And guess what? It's been around forever. It's not dying. It's not going anywhere. Copywriting's not dying. Copywriting isn't the biggest and brightest and biggest best thing. Because, like, for instance, you work for someone if you're just purely copywriting, right? But copy is a skill that you can use for your own benefit and your own gain, and to each is their own. If you decide that you want to be an email list manager, if you decide that you only want to write ad copy, if you decide that you want to be a conversion rate optimizer and work on headlines or work on all of that within a funnel and within a business, power to you. Copywriting is an amazing skill that can bring you an infinite amount of profits, and it is beautiful, right? And, you have to realize AI is not going to take it away, especially if you know how to utilize AI correctly. But AI also has no soul to it, and I don't think it ever will. And this could be a controversial opinion. Whatever. But with my network engineering background, I know the limitations of people having in that translation from brain to code to how AI learns and transforms. And I don't necessarily think it's going to go anywhere. It's just like a new development, right? Where people were afraid of computers, and now look, it's a tool that we know how to use and that a lot of people love. Now, when it comes to data that we give away freely, that's another story. But you have to become, in tune with what's going on. So people will sell you on anything from being a copywriter, being a growth partner, being a publisher. Each is their own. Okay, there's pros and cons to everything. And I want you to know that here's the fucking truth. And I have to blurb that out. Here's the truth. Copywriting is just sales in written word. So as long as you can sell something and you can write, you have copywriting. Okay, you're going to be fine, especially if you follow the basics, you follow the OGs, and you handwrite letters, you understand basic structure, you understand transitions, you understand closing, you understand conversational tones, which copywriting is turning more into. This is going to really allow people to be part of your tribe, which is your business. That's how I like to look at it. I call it tribalistic marketing. And what that's going to do is that's going to allow more people to be attracted towards you, to ascend to higher ticket, to buy more things from you. But what most don't tell you is that a lot of successes you'll see is copywriting is by hijacking someone's audience and what we call rinsing their list, which means you turn and burn a couple of promo sequences and you use and abuse those people that the business owner has built up goodwill towards, okay? Now, that's not cool, but you'll often see me do one or two of those cycles and then go into a nurture sequence that really hooks people into who you are, just to capture some profits and then make sure that you actually cultivate a good relationship with your audience. Now, you'll also see that a lot of these big old copywriters nowadays, you see on Twitter, you see all over the place, a lot of their stuff they did is for biz op, which is business opportunity, which is money for money. It's supplements and it's e-com. And it's really, copywriting is less of a needle mover with those things. And it's kind of more of a cherry on top, because money for money, so that stuff is a lot of something for nothing. Biz op opportunity, a lot of people are getting taught, right, how to make money. And they think, oh, okay, here's $500. You're going to teach me how to make 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. So that exchange value proposition is super low. For supplements, a lot of it is the whole magic pill type of a deal. And you'll also see like horror story openings and VSLs, or video sales letters, and all of that. And that's just like, it is what it is. You're playing on people's emotions and also going off of, here's a magic bullet. And every human being wants a magic bullet, because we want to bypass the use of calories and preserve as much calories as possible. And then for e-com, it's the actual physical product that's doing the selling, and you're just there to really kind of turn some knobs and turn some needles, right? Now, don't get me wrong, copy is important, but it's not the only thing. And most of the bigger guys, who really make money, go beyond and work on total marketing strategies, right? They work on actual funnel ascension. They work on actual congruency within funnels, from ads to back end. They work on back end launches and understanding what other high ticket items that they can sell, or recurring programs that they can get people in. So there's more of a holistic strategy there. Now, secondly, that I've learned in this journey that I've been taking is consistency. You want to, keep moving to the next spot. You don't want to stay stuck. So you'll see that, and I actually, first, before I say this, I stand on the shoulder of giants, okay? There are a lot of greater men than I who have written the playbook of success, and rarely do I ever see them stick to one thing. They're always, or like one title, they're always moving, right? They're always ascending, and that's how they make their millions. That's how they make their multi-millions, is they're always moving to something new. They're always reanimating that life into what they're doing. So they're not just copywriters. Well, now they're CROs, CMOs. They keep moving that. Well, now they're offer managers. Now they're business managers. There's all these types of things that you see a transitionary period of different titles, different skill sets that are being built up. So you don't necessarily want to stay stuck at a copywriting position, or if you're a business owner, you don't necessarily want to stay stuck doing the same thing over and over again, because that does get stale to your audience, right? See, I look at everything that we do in this entrepreneurial space and this marketing space as a skill. So naturally, over time, you need to start from the bottom, right? Level your skills up and as far as you go. But then you never want to stay there. You always want to kind of move the needle next. And I like the way that Mike Tyson kind of said this. He sets a goal, and when he gets about 75% of the way there, he moves the overall goal and he raises it, right? Until he gets to about 75% of the way there, then he raises it again. I like looking and taking that approach. So if you're an email copywriter, what you do next is you learn how to write text sales letters, right? Which are just sales letters in text. Then from there, you go into video sales letters, because there's a lot more intricacies that goes on there. Then full sales pages, then upsell pages, now for funnel, then a launch, which involves email automations and so much more. And you kind of get the picture, right? So never stay stuck and comfortable in one spot because of how your copy coach is making things. Well, really, they're making money off of you by not just doing necessarily copywriting anymore. Most of them really aren't. They're now teaching you copywriting, and they don't really have any more clients, right? And so lastly, the third thing is don't try to force something that is taking way too much energy. The right thing will come naturally. You know, I hold a big belief that God really shows you the path and that you need to take it if you're open to hearing it, right? I give this advice a long time ago. I was given this advice a long time ago, and it really made sense recently for me in years because, you know, with an old business that I launched, it did well. The front end did really well, right? I launched this dating offer and it was doing really well, and I couldn't just get the back end to like click, right? And it was because I was trying to brute force a lot of it. And now that I look at how I actually set up the overall program, it makes a lot of sense, right? And I didn't want to do the coaching myself. I couldn't find a coach that I thought was good enough. And so, you know, after careful examination, you know, I made a slight pivot and launched another business, right, kind of in that same realm. And from the ground up, we're now pushing close to 7 figures in that business. So that's what's really cool about if you just take a step back and you see where the energy is being pushed towards, right? Well, maybe you just need to make a slight adjustment. Maybe your messaging just needs to be a little bit different. Maybe you need to launch a different ad. Maybe there's all these little pieces that you can turn, right? And you don't want to make too many big changes at once because then the overall scientific analysis of your funnel, of your business, well, it's going to be thrown off if you just make all these changes and then it dies. Then you're going to have to make a big revert back and take it incrementally. So now over the year, you know, I tried every trick and marketing tactic and tried every, you know, magic bullet for getting that dating funnel working, but it just wasn't doing it for the back end. The front end was crushing, but the energy was off in the back end. But I know that some of you might also think, well, Antonio, right, are you telling me to give up on business? Are you telling me to give up on copywriting or marketing and try something completely different? No. What I'm saying is be open to making small shifts, okay, and learn how to make those bigger gains out of those small shifts. My current business is still in the dating realm, right? I just had to restructure things slightly to bring in more return on investment. And this happened to be the common theme that I've seen a lot with business owners that I've talked to, with business owners that I've helped, and a lot of my students that I've helped over in my private coaching group, okay? So with that being said, those are the 3 things that I've learned on this journey. I really appreciate you sticking around and watching this video, and be on the lookout for some more. Hey guys, thank you for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't already, hit the like and subscribe button, ring the notification bell for further updates from me in the future, and be sure to check out my private community over in the link in the description below, where I've taught over 300 plus students what I'm doing in terms of marketing, copywriting, and how I've personally taken my business from 6 figures, now just creeping on, and how I've personally taken my business to about 6 figures, and now we're creeping on to the 7-figure mark. You'll see the link in the description, and you'll see a video over on the next page from my business partner explaining to you what really is inside of our community and what our community is all about. See you on the inside.